Have they given you this before? The information about domestic violence?
Yeah, I called them and...
On a quiet street between tightly packed houses that seemed to hide from the eyes of passers-by, the officer walked steadily, carrying the investigation file in his hand. Today, his mission was clear: to follow up on a domestic violence incident that had occurred in one of the nearby homes. He arrived at a neighbor's house and knocked lightly on the door.
The information about domestic violence?
Yeah, I called them and they told me to go to a meeting, and I went to the meeting and they didn't have any solutions.
So this is the last one I have. Do you have your phone on you that you can scan this or take a picture of the address?
I sure will.
All right, sure. You are going to go get an OP though, right?
I tried before, but maybe now...
Well, I don't think they're going to have a whole lot of choice but to tell you yes now.
A woman from the neighborhood opened it, her eyes filled with worry and fear, yet she was ready to speak. The officer sat down and began asking her about what had happened, about the details, about the man involved. Her words came in fits and starts. She paused to catch her breath at times, but every word carried the pain and hardship she had endured. She spoke in a trembling voice. "Yes, I contacted them before. They told me to go to the meeting. I went, but they had no solution." The officer nodded understandingly, then pointed to the paper in her hands. "Take a photo of this address. It might be the first step toward protecting yourself." She sighed but lifted her phone and photographed the paper, trying to hold on to hope despite the fear gripping her heart.
Did you go get it in Cook or Will?
I was trying to get it in Will.
Okay, they're usually better than Cook, but I don't know how they would say no now after this. But
Take a picture of it.
so the address is at the bottom there, or you can scan the QR code at the
I
top.
don't know how
Might
to
take
do
you.
that QR thing. I'm not that...
So if you point the camera at the QR code, it should pop up with a little
I
link.
don't have a reader like normal people.
Oh,
My phone is
okay.
like a black...
Oh, I got you.
Okay, let me get this real good here.
So yeah, it would be the address on the bottom there.
Good.
Okay.
I'll contact them. Thanks again.
Okay. No problem, but
Why the hell he has to be an idiot, I don't know, because he's been so good, doing so well, and all goes to hell.
I mean, I don't know where he would go if you kick him out, but obviously you guys can't have him here.
That's becoming his problem real fast.
Well, and he's 30, what, 4?
34.
So he's got to grow up at some
He's already
point.
had his own place. He came back home to
She spoke about the man who had harmed her, about the problems, the struggles, the moments when he had lost control. He used to have his own place before. He came back home to continue his studies, but he couldn't control himself, she said. The officer sighed. This time, the judge has ordered him into a mandatory 30-day program. 30 days to face himself and perhaps start anew.
back to school.
Well, he's got to take his meds then if he wants to have a
Exactly.
productive life. So.
Exactly. I want him to go in for a 30-day, because if he get it all out of his system, maybe he can function.
Well, right now he's there. They're checking on him, talking to him to see if they're going to do the 72-hour hold.
Okay.
And then I got to call Will County. We're going to charge him with something. I got to talk to them about felony charges, though. They might charge him with felonies too, because obviously my partner's got the finger and everything else.
Poor little guy. I feel so bad. Yeah, last time, a long, long time ago, he had a house right up here, and he was doing fine. But then he got drunk, and he had a problem, and he got arrested, and the whole
Did
thing.
he get a DUI?
No, he never drives.
Oh.
But he had a problem, and then with his girlfriend or some bullshit,
Okay.
whatever. Anyway, and they made him go in for, the judge made him go in for a mandatory 30-day in that one on Dixie Highway. I don't know if that's Hazel Crest or whatever that is.
Oak Forest?
It was where, 170 feet there are curves, and then if you go that way, it winds up at this, like, it's like a mental health place. He was locked in
Yeah,
there for 30 days.
Oak Forest maybe? I don't remember.
I don't know. Or
I know there's
Hazel
one in
Crest,
Oak Forest,
one
but
of those.
okay.
Anyway, when he came out of there, he was like a different person. He didn't have any of the drugs in his system.
Yeah, because he was on his
alcohol.
meds.
And he was fine, and he was fine for 3 years, and then all this, but he just snaps like that, and he really jacked my shoulder up really bad.
And you don't want an ambulance, you said? Okay.
No.
If something changes and all of a sudden you got to go to the hospital, give me a call. I'll add it to the report. I'm going to document that your right shoulder.
My right shoulder.
That your right
I have a
shoulder's sore?
rotator cuff, and he went back. I can't go back like that.
Okay.
Because it's.
And you said he put his arm under your shoulder
He had
and
his
like
head
lifted you
here,
up.
and he picked me up, and he was throwing me against the wall all the way up and down the hallway.
Okay.
And finally managed to get his head out of there and ran into my room.
Okay.
In the end, the woman said, "I don't know where he will go after this, but clearly he cannot live here." The officer gave a small, reassuring smile and said, "Every step now matters. No matter how small, it is a step towards safety."
But I've had enough. person can only take so much.
Like, I've never been here before, but I know Officer White has, because he was giving me the heads up on our way here about what he's been here with the box cutter or
That's
whatever.
about every 2 or 3 months he just goes on a bender.
Well, that's, not acceptable.
And it's,
so.
it's unacceptable. He's a grown-ass man. He needs to act like one, you know?
Right.
So,
All right. If you need anything else, give me a call.
thank you so much, you guys.
Otherwise, otherwise, if it does start to hurt tonight, you have to go to the hospital, or you wake up tomorrow and you can't move it or whatever, and you got to go to the hospital. Just let them know that we were here, what happened, and then I'll
I
answer
have
the
a
report.
doctor's appointment next week anyway, so I'll just
Okay.
have him check.
Because that might change.
System, maybe he can function.
Well, right now he's there. They're checking on him, talking to him to see if they're going to do the 72-hour hold.
Okay.
And then I got to call Will County. We're going to charge him with something. I got to talk to them about felony charges, though. They might charge him with felonies too, because obviously my partner's got the finger and everything else.
Poor little guy. I feel so bad. Last time, a long time ago, he had
There's the charges and stuff too if you end up getting hurt, because you're over the age where they would up the charge too. So, okay? Oh yeah, I know. He just does. Well, he knows when he's sober. I don't know if he knows when he's like that.
When
but
he's like that, nothing makes any sense to him, and he says the stupidest stuff. You just want to kill him.
you were sitting in there. We weren't even talking to you, and he said, "Get away from her." I'm like, we're 30 feet away from her.
And I couldn't. He locked the door to the garage. I couldn't get in there. I couldn't get in here, and I'm like freezing out there.
Well, and that's why it could be a mental illness. He might have taken something you don't know about either, like
yeah, that's true.
some kind of drug. But
But
because his
I found
eyes.
6 empty beer, ale cans in here,
Okay.
and I prohibit alcohol in my house at all.
Yeah, his eyes did not look like eyes of a drunk person. So,
Yeah,
all right.
I didn't tell you last time, after he was so
Yeah.
horrible last time. About noon the next day, he comes walking in. I'm like, "What are you doing here?" He goes, "Oh, they told me to come home."
So they might give you a call if he stays 72 hours. They might give you a call and say, "Hey, he needs a ride home." Call us because he's going to get charged. We're not going to sit on him for 72 hours, but we would take him and process him and everything else.
Okay.
Okay.
And that's going to be in Cook or Will?
Will.
Will.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
That's in Joliet?
In Joliet. Yep. All right. All right. Have a better one.
Can you just leave the window open, please?
Yeah, we'll leave the window open.
Just don't close it, please. Please don't.